So I put them all in that dirty sock and put them up on, above a light in the center of the room. And they got them on a table, had to do it. And then he came by, and of course, one night at midnight, he took everybody and made everybody strip down to nothing. And he brought a couple of guys with him, and they went through our clothes and the beds and everything. Well, there's straw tickets right to where we were sleeping on straw stuff. And they just about wrecked everything. Anyway, they didn't find him because I had him in that sock and hid. But I got an inkling that we were getting ready to move, so I climbed up there and took him out and put the sock in my pocket. And when, like I say, the captain was giving everything back to us, and they went through my pockets again, and I said, yeah, there, he did. And he got that sock, and he looked inside and pulled out that ring and watch, and that little corporal, he almost fell out of the chair, I think. But, yeah, I wanted to meet him again, but it didn't work. Like when we got ready to move out there, they could hear the guns, and this one sergeant guard there was with us at the airport. He said, well, pretty soon we'll be out. You guys will be in. No, you guys will be out. We'll be in here. And I said, yeah. I said, just wait till I get a hold of that little son of a bitch right there. Of course, I said it with a smile.
He said, I hope I smile.
But pardon, go ahead.
You go ahead.
I didn't hear you. What?
So what happened next then?
Well, then they had a truck there, and they started hauling us out. I didn't know where we were going, really. I don't think anybody did, really. But that's when we went by the SS tank outfit. And while we were still on the truck, they came out, and I guess they had stopped it, I don't know. But they had said, this one officer came out, because he was pretty excited, because he said they bombed, I guess, the hospital that night in that little town and killed a bunch of nurses. So he made everybody get out, and they took us out, and I didn't speak German, but I knew what he was saying. He said he's going to kill them, and they took us all out and lined us up and jerked everything out of our pockets, and we were standing there with our hands in the air, naturally, and for about, seemed to me like about 30 minutes. But anyway, I guess they postponed it, and I heard them say, well, kill them in the morning. And then they took us back and put us in the cell there at this SS camp. And
You said you knew some German?
pardon?
Did you say you understood some German?
I didn't speak German, no.
Oh, okay.
No. Well, everybody that was in a prisoner, they picked up a few things, but no, at that time I didn't know anything German.
How did you know what they were saying, or did they say something?
Well, yeah, I think one of the guys that could speak German, maybe one of the guards, repeated what he said. And anyway, we knew what they were saying. I think he said, yeah, they said kill him in the morning, and because it was getting late, actually, about sundown after. So that's what happened right there. And then we went to those in a cell, locked up, and then actually they didn't give us a doggone thing to eat or drink or anything for about 4 days. Finally one day they said, one of the guards said, if you want to eat, you have to work. So they took us outside, and that's filled in bomb craters, what we did. It's probably the same thing your husband, or your dad told you.
What was it like in the cell? Were you in different cells, or were you all together, or how
Well, no, there's 13 of us, actually, and it was in a little, there's 2 cells, real small, maybe 6 feet wide, and probably about 8 or 9 feet long, and they were side by side, and 6 was in one cell and 7 was in the other one, and that's where we were. And couldn't communicate except there was a pipe that ran between them for some reason, and we get in and talk through that. Well, there's a hole that's bigger than the pipe, and we talk to some of the guys that way. But that's the only communication we had with the other side, was just through that pipe hole.
And you said you were in there for, you said 3 or 4 days?
I don't remember exactly how long it was, but it seemed like it was about probably close to a week, something like that. And then I guess we got out, and well, we didn't get out. They took us out in the truck for a while, and we had to hike. We walked, and we went. In fact, we went through Vienna, not Munich. Went through Munich, and we had walked in there, and we got almost mobbed by a bunch of civilians in Munich. And a little German soldier came by, not one of the guards, and he really chewed out the bunch that was there. Said, "Haven't you? I know you haven't seen." Well, we could hear what he's saying, because one of the guys could understand, what he's saying. One of the guards, he says, "This is Americans. Pretty soon you'll see a lot of them," because everybody knew, including us, that the war was about over. Actually.
All right. Yeah. Going back to when you were in the cell there and the SS there, what did they say to you when they got you out of the cell?
Well, I don't think they really told it. I don't remember didn't tell us anything where we were going. They just said we were moving. But anyway, I think the first night I think we were in there, one of the guards came by that I guess he knew a little bit of an English, and he says, "Fools, what fools you are, now you die." That's the only thing we heard from the guards, really.
And did you think that night that they were going to bring you back out the next morning and shoot you?
He sure did, yeah. Yeah, I think everybody thought that. But there's not a doggone thing we could do about it. Just wait and see what happened.
When you were in front of that firing squad, did you think I guess you thought they were going to shoot you then?
Oh yeah, we were convinced of it. But actually nobody panicked or done anything. It just, everybody was calm, because they knew there was not a doggone thing we could do about it, except just stand there and take it. And that's what happened.
And do you know why they decided not to shoot you then?
We never knew, but we somebody said later, I don't know if it's one of the guards told some of the guys that the commander was shipped out that particular night, and somebody else took his place, and I guess they changed their mind about shooting us anyway. And that's all I knew, really.
Well, that was a good thing.
Oh yeah. Nobody was complaining at that time, that's for sure.
So that night that you were put in the cell, did you hear anything? You in the cell?
No, not a thing. The only thing we heard in the cell was, like I say, that guard came by and said, "What fools, now you die." And that's the only thing we heard. Yeah.
And when you came out, what did they make you do in terms of the
Work. We went out, and I don't think they gave us a shovel, but they might have had something that we could use to fill in the bomb crater. There's a few rocks around, and we threw those in and filled it up. It took a while, but we filled it up. And they went back to the cell.
Were you aware of did you see any body?
No. In fact, one of these information things that my daughter had, they said they had buried some guys in some of those bomb craters, but no, we didn't see them. They might have been in there, covered up with enough dirt or